Hi guys, this is Tim from Sports Gaming World HD and I'm bringing another episode of our Gloucester City Blue Square North to the Premiership Challenge series. Today we're going to be looking at the summer transfers, pre-season fixtures as well as the start of the Blue Square North season. First of all, I've got some new kits because I didn't like the old kits, so I've got some new ones off of FM Base. I can't remember who made them, but I got some new kits which I think look pretty cool. Transfers, I completely rebuilt the squad. As I said I would in the first episode. I kept like 3 players, I think I kept, so completely new team, so it's going to take time to gel, time to settle, etc. And that shows in the fixtures we've played so far, I guess. So we'll crack on with the summer transfers that I'll show you. I did make quite a few transfers, so I'll show you just a couple of them and I'll give you an overview in a minute, just to try and keep this video quite short for you guys to watch and also quicker for me to upload. First player I signed, or one of the first players I signed, was James Gilpin, who's a Scottish goalkeeper, and he's got a couple of really good stats, particularly for this level. One-on-ones is 15, which is really high, and that's really important, I think, because particularly at this level, defences aren't so good, and means quick strikers can get through them quite easily, which means the goalkeeper is going to be met with a one-on-one scenario quite often. So obviously him being very good at them is important. Obviously reflexes is generally a very good stat for goalkeepers to have, so he's got both of those, which is quite important, I guess. And he's also got decent positioning at 9, so he should be a good goalkeeper. Whether he'll start, I've got another goalkeeper. Whether he'll start, I'll probably rotate and just pick whoever is in form on any given day, I guess. Next good player I brought in was this guy, Daniel Wilkinson. He can play centre back or right back. He's got really good stats for heading, tackling, and of course passing. Passing is quite an unusual one for centre backs, which shows he's potentially a ball playing centre back, which is handy to have. It's always good to have someone who's confident on the ball to play out from the back, etc. Physically, he's terrible. There's other than 13 jumping, natural fitness. He's not very quick at all, 7s and 6s, so he'll have to improve on that in his training, but he is only 19, so we can work him pretty hard. But his key stats are obviously his technical stats, his tackling, his passing and his heading, and obviously his influence as well, which is pretty good. So he should be a good centre-back, I think, for us this season. The next really good player I brought in is Conor Kavanagh, who's an Irish left-back. He's got good tackling stat at 11, marking is at 9, which isn't great, but it's not too bad at this level, I guess, and good concentration at 11. And he's also fairly quick and confident when he's running, so he's balanced and he isn't going to fall over all the time, which is always handy, I guess. He'll probably be our starting left back, although as you can see here, he's only made 3 bench appearances so far. That's I've just been trying out the squad. I've not got a set starting 11 yet. I just rotate the team, and we'll see who's best. And then we'll pick the squad accordingly. This guy's probably the most important signing I made in this summer transfer window, Marlon Jackson. He can play as a striker or a right winger. Now technically he's terrible. 8 is his finishing, 7 composure. His mental stats obviously aren't very good either. But the key thing for him, and the key thing for most strikers I believe at the lower levels, is his speed, his physical stats. 14 pace, 14 acceleration, 11 agility, 13 stamina, which means he can keep running and running, obviously, and he's got great work rate at 14. As you can see, he's already scored 4 goals in 6 games, so he's a key player for us this season in our quest for promotion. This guy's a bit of a beast of a centre-back, Billy Tuslovolos, Australian centre-back. He's got 13 tackling, 13 heading. He's also got 10 passing again, so he can play in the midfield, so that probably explains that. Very aggressive, which is potentially not a good thing because he may get yellow carded or red carded quite often. Good work rate 14, and he's also quick, which is different to the other centre backs. He's probably our quickest, I think, so that's important to have. My other goalkeeper I brought in was Greg Hartley. Now whether I'm going to use him or Gilpin as my first choice, I'm not sure yet. Again, as I said before, I will just rotate and pick whoever is on form. At 21, he's got great room for potential. Obviously, the only green stats he's got are tendency to punch, eccentricity. I can't even say that. Eccentricity. Whatever. He's got that, which isn't too good because you don't want that to be too high, I guess. Area ability is good as well. His jumping's 12, so that means he's going to be good under the high ball. But also, importantly, I think, is he's got lots of tens, which means he's got potential to improve quite nicely with the training, etc. So, and hopefully first team match experience. So hopefully he'll turn into a bit of a key player for us in the future. It's just an overview of what I did in this transfer window. As you can see, more or less matched what came in and what went out. So we've not got a huge squad, but the squad we've got now is a hell of a lot better than what I inherited. Obviously didn't spend any money, didn't make any money, so nothing's changed there. The wages have gone up significantly though. Even though some of our players are on like £50, it still means, for a club our size, means our wages are very high for our level, so that could become an issue in the future with regards to bringing in new players in like January, or potentially even next season, because I don't know what budgets I'm going to get for next season, so we'll have to monitor that, I guess. I'll show you the pre-season friendlies. Pre-season we just played 3 games, one against Evesham, which was a derby game, a game against Slough and Stafford, all away from home, won 2-0, 2-0, 3-0, so didn't concede. And also, obviously at this stage, as I did get rid of every single player, I was playing, I think the Evesham game, I think I played with like 3 real players, and the rest of them were greyed out options, so to win 2-0 was really quite an impressive result, I guess. So obviously 100% record at pre-season, scored goals, didn't concede any, so can't complain there. Start to the season in the Blue Square North has been up and down, as you can see there. We managed to beat Altrincham 3-0 in our first game, and goals came from... goals come from with my computer loads. Marlon Jackson got 2 goals. Stephen Lozano Calderon got a goal as well. He's just a quick Colombian winger, I think. His technical stats aren't very good, he's just very quick. 7 shots though, 6 on target, 54% possession, so a good win there. And then went on to lose to Bradford PA, 2-1. Ben Martin got our goal, 6 shots, 3 on target, 51% possession. As you can see, I showed you the overview of our fixtures just now. We're not very good away from home at all, so we'll have to address that going forward, I guess. But then we got back to home ground and won 3-1, destroyed Vauxhall Motors. George Lloyd, Daniel Wilkinson and Marlon Jackson scored again. 13 shots, 6 on target, 66% possession. Yes, they did have a player sent off after the 2nd minute and scored in the 90th minute, so, and had a player injured, so nothing went right for them today, but I'm not going to complain, we got the win. But again, away from home, lost 3-0 to Solihull Moors, and you'd have to say a terrible result, full stop. 3-0. They had 11 shots, 5 on target. I only had 5 shots, 2 on target, 60% possession. So while we won the possession battle, we didn't do anything with the ball. I think after this game I did change formation for away games, but it didn't make any difference, as you'll see in the next result, or next away result. But yeah, 3-0 defeat, so shocking result there. Gisley were unable to cope with us. We beat them 3-0. Marlon Jackson scored again. Darren Mullings, George Lloyd got the goals. George Lloyd I inherited. He was an original player at the club, and he's actually very good down the right wing, I think he is. 11 shots, 4 on target, 55% possession, so just battered Gisley. So that's a really good result. Then the first time I changed the formation for the away game, we lost 1-0 to Chester. Everything suggests in the statistics that we should have destroyed them. Well, beaten them at least. 6 shots, 3 on target, so we have 50% of our shots on target, 61% possession. Compared to their 6 shots, 1 on target. The 1 shot they had on target they scored, and had a player injured, so we should have beaten them, but we didn't, and we lost. All that means that in the league table we are currently sitting in 8th with 9 points, just 1 point off the playoffs. The league objective for me this season is not necessarily to win the league. Well, that would be nice. At least just make the playoffs, get promotion through the playoffs, whatever. Just get promotion at all costs. We must get promotion to the Blue Square Premier, because I cannot stand being in the Blue Square North for more than 1 season. The tactic we're using this season is the 4-2-3-1 at home, and then away from home I've been playing a diamond formation, both built on Classic. I feel like it gives me personally more room to improve the team how I want it, rather than how SI have set it through shouts, etc. If that makes any sense. I just feel I get a better result if I build it in Classic mode. I don't know, it's just personal preference, I guess, but that's what we're using formations. The other tactic I've got is a 4-4-2. Well, it's like I think it's called like a 4-2-4, but I call that a 4-4-2. If that makes sense, I do. Yeah. But that's the formation we're going to be using. I think this series I'm going to do 3 updates a season. One at the start of the season, as you know, for example, this episode after the summer transfer window. One in February, 1st of February after the January transfer window, and then one at the end of the season to recap the season, just to get through this series a bit quicker, because obviously we have got less than a month now till FM13 comes out, which means not a lot of time at all to get to the Premiership. So I will try and race through this series, whack out the episodes more or less daily. I think I'll be doing so. Stay tuned. Keep watching the episodes. Keep watching your uploads screen box, whatever. Keep watching that, and I'll probably have videos for you guys regularly. I will look to do a new series of Premier League discussion, or football discussion, or football talk, or whatever I'm going to call it, in the future, once I establish my channel a little bit more. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.